Stinishedit is recorded on the unceded lands of the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging, and to any First Nations people listening.
We acknowledge the long history of storytelling undertaken on this land.
Hey everyone, Reuben popping in here at the start of the pod to tell you about an upcoming show that I'm excited about. It's called As Things Go, and it's conceived by friend of the pod, Jackie Mader. I'm in it, along with a bunch of other independent emerging artists, and it's a improvised contemporary dance show that's on March 8th and 9th in our very own Brunswick.
Hi, it's Jett popping in as well. Just letting you know that because of stupid friendship obligations and by how close the show is to my home, I will also be there. So if you want to buy tickets to this amazing show and come and see me sitting there in the audience, check out the link in the description to buy them now. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome back to Stinishedit, the podcast where we review the things we've started, finished, and what we're looking forward to. I'm Reuben, and I like saying the word Baba Ganoush. Who's with me?
I'm with you. I'm with you, Reuben, but I'm really, truly not with you. My name is Jett, and I was going to say something fun. I was going to intro this podcast by saying, hey, I'm Jett, and I'm really into trying everything and really, really sort of experimenting with creative forms and creative expressions. But now, because you said Baba Ganoush in such a weird, like it was just such a weird statement, it irked me to the point that I am now not pro trying everything.
Have I made you a conservative? Are you turning against everything new and experimental?
Yes.
Great.
Can I change my voting habits post? Can I go back and change who I've voted for the past 3 years?
No. Which is amazing, because what if you find out that they're a terrible person? You just got to wait.
You've just got to... What do you mean you've got to wait?
Well, you got to wait till the next time you vote for someone, really. Unless they're awful enough to get kicked out. But most of them aren't.
Most of them don't.
Most of them are just boring awful.
I think I could run.
For office? Or just run down the street?
I think I could run.
I've never seen you run.
What? You've seen me run.
I've had multiple Tom Cruise running races with you. That's a lie. But I feel like for narrative purposes, I've never seen you run.
Okay. Well, you've never seen me run for office.
That's true.
Why is it called running?
Great question. I was hoping you would know.
No, I don't know. Do you want me to find out?
Yeah, I would love for you to find out. They probably had some ancient tradition where they had to run up to the Houses of Parliament in Britain or whatever. And then wave a packet of Jell-O at some guy standing in a lighthouse, and then they announced it with a trumpet or something.
The term running for office originates from the idea of actively pursuing a political position akin to physically running a race. So whatever you assumed
makes sense.
It was
we call it the race.
Oh, it is a race. Out of all of the office, why are we turning into politics podcast?
No, I'm not happy about it.
Hey everyone, welcome to Stinishedit, the politics podcast, where we podcast politics.
Hey, I opened with Baba Ganoush. You must have taken us to politics.
I never take us to politics. I take us anti-politics.
That's true. Just against the whole concept.
Yes.
We're just making a podcast, living our lives.
Yeah, which is why I'm running for office, so that I can stop government from happening. Like I'm Ron Swanson in that show Parks and Recreation.
I wouldn't know.
It's basically he hates all government, but he's in government, so he's there specifically to stop things from happening.
Is he?
Yeah. Which my mum loves that character. And she's worked for...
Is she trying to tell us something?
No, well she's worked for government in multiple ways, worked for the city of Melbourne. And she loved it because it is all of the people that she's worked with that she hates. She's like, I never get to actually do anything or get anything done because there's a bunch of politicians who are there seemingly to just stop politics from happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Boring.
That's what most people do. You see in the US at the moment? Let's get political.
Let's get drinking? Because you need to drink to get through politics. What I'm saying is it's time for this section. Hey, you got a drink this week?
I do have a drink this week.
I'm glad.
Read it out. I'm pointing it to you.
Little Fat Lamb. Oxymoron, but that's fine. Brewed. Did the Little Fat Lamb brew it?
No.
It continues in orange. Alcoholic ginger. Okay, I'm going to start again.
Okay.
And I'm going to read things the way they're written in terms of size and italics.
What about font? Can you read it in the different fonts that are on? Yeah, great.
Yeah. Little Fat Lamb. Rude! Alcoholic ginger.
I'm going to try my
It's kind of hard because you've only really got volume and tone and accent. That's quite a lot of things, actually.
Little fat lamb. Brewed. Alcoholic. Ginger.
Yeah, fair.
Do you think I can
I
be a
feel like
voice actor?
ginger isn't doing that. It's not as fancy as you were giving it there.
No, I'm
That
changing
word
the-
ginger's all caps and in a quite
The R has a
standard
little
font.
funny little tail on it.
Oh, I missed that. I couldn't see that from this distance. The R, listeners, does in fact have a funny little tail on it.
Not a lamb tail, which would be very,
not a little
very...
fat lamb tail.
Do you think I could be a voice actor?
Sure, why not?
Do you think I should change my career path to be a voice actor?
Sure, why not?
It would
Wait,
basically
hang
be-
on.
what?
Bearing in mind that this affects the, the rent that we both pay?
Yes.
Nah, I think stick with the stable income you have.
Wow. You don't think I could make a stable income as a voice actor?
I think you could.
Well, you just said that you didn't.
I'm not suggesting you do it.
Nah. It would just be this. My life would be this.
Podcasting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting in front of a microphone with a bunch of like curtains around me to dampen the sound.
Yeah, that's true. You have that already. You don't need to do it for work.
Do you want me to tell you about this drink?
Do.
Okay. So what this drink is it's an alcoholic ginger beer that I had with friend from Heather's.
I've just seen the number on the back. It's a quite alcoholic ginger beer.
Which is insane. So this is also like 2/3 drunk and was left over from the other night. And I thought, well, I need some sort of drink for the podcast.
You're going to have something.
This drink, I had a sip of it the other night and I got so fucked up because read the back label for this can, this regular sized can of ginger beer.
Oh, the number of standard drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2.4.
Yeah. It's quite high.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a little sip. Oh, yep. That tastes like a 2.4.
Great.
Out of 10.
Does it taste good? Yeah, I see.
No, it's a 2.4 out of 10.
Does
No,
it
it's not
taste
bad.
salty?
It tastes flat because it was left
'Cause you
out like
opened it?
overnight. Yeah.
sense.
And put in the fridge for a day and a half. Does it taste salty? No, I didn't put salt in it.
That might have pepped it up or flattened it more. I don't know.
I should shake you into it, you salty bitch. I'm so sorry.
No, that was really good.
I think this is already affecting me. I also
No, that's you normally, just to be clear.
I hadn't had anything really to eat the other day when I was drinking this, so
That explains it then, doesn't it?
I also haven't really had anything to eat today.
Well, we're in for a
We're
ride.
in for a real treat. Reuben, we are, as I mentioned, alluded to. I didn't mention. I gave a
You
little
gave
allusion.
the merest wisp,
I
like
waved
smoke
my
on the wind.
arms around, my hands around.
Well, just one hand, because the other one's holding a mic.
You started like, what's that thing where you see things? Like when you're on drugs. You know, like,
Hallucinating?
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got some illusions happening.
Yeah.
So I alluded
Yeah.
with
And
my
I was
hand wavering.
illusioned. I wasn't illuded, because that's the different
No,
thing.
you were allusioned.
Yeah, I was illusioned.
Allusioned.
Yeah.
To the concept of us switching up some things on the podcast. Trying everything. What?
Things are scary. I don't want to try them. Just kidding, I do.
We trying?
Well, I'm trying to say Baba Ganoush in every episode. It's the thing that I'm starting right now.
What do you mean trying to say? You're saying it fine.
No, as in I'm trying to remember to say it in every episode. Because
What do you like so much
I say
about
it more
it?
than fine. I don't know. It's got all the fun plosive sounds in it, but then it ends in like shh. I like that it sounds like the culture that it came from, but is also just a normal enough word that we don't think about it necessarily. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to think of a word, but some things are so specific that you're like, oh, well, that's a that's a German word, and I can't think of it as
Like
a normal
schnitzel.
word. Yeah, no.
We don't think that has it's like a Heinz, you know? It's like a.
Heinz is a great example.
Well, so was the other one that I said.
Sure.
I think anything with a Z.
Anything with a Z.
Z.
In German, they just string a bunch of words together to make longer words.
Yeah, I like that.
It's lots of fun.
I think we do that. I think most.
Everyone
most
has
fucking-
compound words, but
No.
you know,
You just string words together. Like if I talk right now, I'm sort of just talking all the words in one word.
that's true.
And it makes it fucking incomprehensible for anyone who doesn't have.
speak the language?
Yeah.
Everyone has a secret language now. It's just the one you speak.
Yeah.
If you say it fast enough and badly enough, only the people who know you really well will be able to understand.
That's why I gave up on French. Because no matter how well I could know French, I don't think I could.
People are going to have to slow down for you.
Yeah, I don't think I
Yeah.
could do it fast, you know?
Nah, agreed. As someone who didn't give up on French for one extra year and then gave up on French, You're right. It just gets faster and faster.
It gets so fast. I fucking hate the French. Anyways, tell us about this trying everything.
Oh, sure. Last week, we had a great episode where we took a little longer on 2 chunky topics. I started it and I finished it. And the podcast was a little shorter overall, which some of you are asking for. So we thought, hey.
Some of you is me. I'm like, what if we did a bit shorter?
It's both of us and also every listener I've ever had a conversation with. That's who some people is. We thought, hey, you got a shorter podcast this week? And we thought, we could, maybe.
Let's get it to an hour 30-ish.
So we're going to do one start at it. And one person's going to do one start at it. And one person's going to do one finished. And then the following week, we're going to swap. And so you get the continuity of an ongoing narrative. And we get to go to bed slightly earlier.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
We get to only have to really research one topic, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is a push.
We get to not have a start at it every second week.
Yeah. It's hard starting so many things and trying to finish so many things. One thing a week.
It's awful.
Listeners, have you ever tried to start a single thing every single week? It's it's like setting a challenging New Year's resolution. And I think like setting a challenging New Year's resolution,
you just don't follow through on it.
About the end of February, you quit and choose something easier.
Yeah.
Which is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it not be said that we are not dedicated. Let it instead be said that we are not dedicated. I don't know.
Let it be said.
Don't let anything be said. We're saying less. That's the point. All right. What have you started?
What have I started?
Yeah.
We're jumping right in, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or not. You got something better? You got any baba ganoush?
No, I don't have baba ganoush.
Well, then you better punch the microphone stand with such force that it jumps in the air. And after you punch the microphone stand, because we're going to go one each here.
You got to list something.
It's unbalanced. I got to list. So just to recap the new structure, it's going to be Jett is going to do a started it.
Yep.
Reuben is going to do a finished it. And then we're also formalizing up and up section a little bit more, but it's still going to be loose. So Jett is going to do the following up this week, and I am going to do the coming up.
Yep.
And Mail is the same.
Mails is...
Liam's contract is a 24-month contract, and we cannot touch it for a long time. So Mail is unchanged.
Sure it wasn't a 24-hour contract?
It might have been.
How short do you think contracts have been? What's the shortest contract? Like for the next 1 minute, I get to slap you as many times as I can.
I'm not signing that.
Anyway, sign this piece of paper that I have.
Oh, this unrelated piece of paper?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll sign that. You turned the time on, right?
How long do I have for that?
You said 1 minute, so probably like
sorry, it
42
said 1
seconds.
month.
Oh, shoot. I didn't read the fine print.
Yeah.
I didn't read any of the print.
No. You got to always read the print. But apparently if you don't read the print, you can
fine?
sue.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to wreck a bunch of rental places because I never read those.
No,
things.
if they make it like purposefully deceitful.
Right.
So
if they do a real dog move.
yeah, like you can't put something in the literal fine print.
Do you know it's possible to get through all 25 hours of contract without killing any dog moves in it? I don't know. I'm trying to connect this to a previous episode. Didn't work. Don't worry about it.
What was that?
Don't worry about it.
All right. I don't worry about what you say often.
That's honestly good.
I think I've been worrying about what you say less and less as time has gone on. But not in a way that's like, oh, we're close, so I'm not like anxious about our friendship or anything like that.
In a way that like you're an idiot.
No, just like I don't give a shit about whatever you're saying.
Nice to be on an even footing at least, because I've been there for years. Yeah, you heard me.
I was feeling kind of bad about that statement as I went on.
Now you feel worse, but for different reasons.
Yeah. Why are we doing a podcast if it's just two people who don't listen to each other?
I feel like that's our appeal. That's our gimmick, if you will.
That we just are butting heads constantly?
Just like missing. Just like butting in the other person's vague direction.
Should we start a debate podcast?
We're in our try everything era.
Yeah.
Did you hear me say the first syllable of the word no, bearing in mind that no is a one-syllable word and I still managed to reverse it after the end? Should we do this? Yep.
Yeah. We could debate.
We debate all the time anyway.
Yeah, but what if we did it seriously?
No, that seems like work.
But you love playing devil's advocate, famously.
So
what if you play devil's advocate on everything?
Okay.
And then I picked topics that put you in a very questionable position to be playing devil's advocate for. Like, I think that you shouldn't be able to kill dogs whenever you get a random urge to.
Okay, but just to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Much of our society is built on the ideals of freedom and agency, of human beings. So, like, just to play, again, I don't know what I believe. I haven't made up my mind yet. But just to play devil's advocate, shouldn't you be able to kill dogs whenever you want?
Actually, The Last of Us Part 2 is good because it allows all the people who want to kill dogs a method in which they can kill dogs in a non-harmful way.
Yeah, also called practice.
No. God. Can I change the topic?
You can change the topic, but just to be devil's advocate, what if you didn't change the topic and we stuck on this for a bit longer? Again, I don't know. I'm not saying I think that's what we should do. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
What have I done? I've created the devil's advocate, the number one.
Okay, but just to play devil's advocate, maybe I've always been like this.
What's the upper rung of devil's advocate? Because I think you're that, like devil's assistant, devil's right hand man,
devil's co-executive assistant.
Yeah,
Devil's
senior co-executive assistant.
Devil's board of executive directors has to have the word executive in there. Is what I'm picking
it has
up.
to. Yeah. Whatever it is, you're that. I think. Don't be devil's advocate and argue that you're not.
Chair of the board of advocates.
Chair of the board of advocates. Yes.
Yeah.
Reuben, congratulations. I bestow upon you as, well, I was going to say as the devil, but I don't think that that's a good position for me to be in right now. I bestow upon you the title of fuckwit.
Thank you. I humbly accept this.
Nice.
But just to play devil's advocate.
No.
You're a fuckwit.
No. Oh, no. All right, I'm going to change the topic to something else.
But just to play devil's advocate, what have you started?
Fine. I was going to change the topic to something completely ridiculous and
I
random.
would have enjoyed that. Do you want to sit in that for a second? Come up with something?
My brain isn't really working. Don't look at my drink as if that's the reason.
I was subconscious.
You fully glanced at my drink. You looked directly at the 2.4 approximate standard drinks on the side of this little fat lamb brewed alcoholic ginger drink.
I think it's better when you read it all at once like that. You could be a voice actor if you thought about that.
Yeah, that was me doing a lamb.
It was really good.
It was
You been
accidental.
practicing?
No. That was
Oh,
an
wow. It's
accidental
just
lamb.
that deeply ingrained in you.
I think I could become a voice actor.
We could play like a Rorschach test, but instead of like naming what it is, we just hold up an ink blot and you just make a sound.
Oh, that's pretty fun. You bring up ink blots?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. Reuben, we got to start this podcast.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay, but just to play devil's advocate, what if we did this Rorschach thing?
All right, Rorschach thing. Why don't we do Rorschach thing midway through the podcast?
Okay, sounds great.
I'll start something and then we'll do it. So, Reuben, do you want to know about the thing that I've started?
I would love to know.
The thing that I've started is whatever the most recent season is of the show Harley Quinn.
Great.
What season is it?
4.
Nice.
We're going to break the curse.
Break the curse of never watching a 4th season of something, which is, as we all know, called the Netflix curse.
Yeah, because they all get cancelled?
At season 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn. It's a good show.
It's great.
Everyone knows Harley Quinn. She's the one who wears red and black or sometimes red and blue and has a baseball bat or sometimes a hammer and is the villain of Batman, and more often than not, sometimes paired with the Joker, because they sometimes have dated for a while. And she's fun. Margot Robbie played her in 3 movies.
4, because I said 3 and you corrected me on it.
What other movie?
I can't remember the 4th, but let's figure it out.
Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad director's cut. The Suicide Squad.
That doesn't count. That one hasn't come out yet. That was
No, it
sneaky.
has. The extended cut
David
of
Ayer's
Suicide.
cut of Suicide Squad.
No, not David Ayer's cut. But
He's the director.
an extended cut.
That's the same movie.
Fine. All right. Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
What's the 4th one?
I don't know, but when I talked about Birds of Prey, you're like, actually, it's her 4th appearance. Yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, Margot Robbie played her.
Margot Robbie played her. She's sick. She's a fun character. And we get to see that in this show. This show is an animated show, and some people...
Animation, that's for kids.
Yeah.
Not this one.
No, this one is very much
Decidedly not for kids.
This one was who plays Harley Quinn?
It's Kaylee Cuoco, who people will know from Big Bang Theory.
And other things.
And
I
that
assume?
flight attendant show that got cancelled, probably.
I don't know about that one, but yeah,
It was on buses for a while.
Anyways, she's great as Harley Quinn.
Really good.
So basically, what this show is especially since we're in the 4th season, it deviates like
It's so unhinged. I couldn't even explain how we got here.
all superhero stuff, whether it's Marvel or DC, very often it has these characters going through their arcs, fighting, the superheroes fighting the villains, but there's a status quo that remains. This show says, fuck the status quo. It starts with the status quo.
Yeah.
And then it just gets wilder and wilder and wilder. Reuben, what are some of the things that are currently, that happened like at the end of last season? What sort of situation are we in right now?
Last season, there was Batman's zombie parents.
Batman had zombie parents.
I'm struggling to remember the last season, but there was they rip up all the trees in Gotham.
Yep.
There was Mark Zuckerberg died in the last episode. They just cast him off into space.
I'll tell you one.
There was Dick Rocket.
There was Dick Rocket. What happened? You're talking about this season.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I mean, Bane had sex with all the buildings, but that was in the special.
That's not in. Oh, we'll get to that. But
I can't remember. Was it parademons?
The Joker.
Oh, Joker Mayor.
Joker is now
stepdad.
Yeah. Yes, Joker is now mayor of Gotham City after having amnesia for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then realizing he was the Joker again, and then running against Commissioner Gordon as mayor of the city.
Very, very alcoholic Commissioner Gordon.
And Joker was running on a very socialist agenda.
Oh, yeah, very.
And won and is now mayor of Gotham.
Yeah.
Batman, Bruce Wayne, is currently in prison.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn has joined the Bat family to be a superhero.
Alfred's a superhero in this.
Alfred's
but not
also
anymore?
a superhero.
Question mark?
Well, he's currently in prison as well.
Yeah.
And Harley...
Because he robbed a bank in order to get to prison to be with Bruce Wayne?
Yeah. Then there's Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy are dating and together, which is something we've seen in the comics a few times. But they're in a full...
together.
In a full-flung together relationship, which is so good. Their relationship is
iconic.
Great.
It's kind of become the beating heart of the show. Maybe that was always the plan. I don't know, but they let it breathe.
And by breathe, you mean before they got together. Where Poison Ivy was dating the supervillain Kite Man,
who's getting a spin-off show.
Yeah. Tell me what Kite Man's deal is.
Kite Man has a kite?
Yeah. What does he do with that kite?
No, that's it. I've told you Kite Man's deal.
It's a kite attached to his back.
Yeah.
He glides around like Aang from the Avatar.
Sometimes accidentally murders people with the kite when it goes thump.
And just chink, like a spring. I thought
spring-loaded kite, man.
I thought what I'd do is, you know how a couple of episodes ago I was talking about Arc Search?
Yeah.
The app? And how you can just search up something and do browse for me and it'll create a website, giving you a rundown, a consolidation of a bunch of different websites.
Congealment.
Yeah.
A convolution.
Babushka. Was that right? Or was that a different
word? It was a different word.
Oh, wow.
That is a great example of a word where you're like, still reminds me of the fact that it's a word from the Russian language.
I feel like, again, it's
not as much of a word as Baba Ganoush.
Yeah. I thought... Bop. Great. Excellent.
Oh, golly.
Okay. So what I've done is I put Harley Quinn TV series into Arc Browser so that it can give us basically a rundown of all of the different things, the genres, the creators, all of that, so then we can make sure that we're covering everything appropriately for the audience.
My favorite, stealing stuff with AI.
Now, it isn't...
The stinishedit promise, the guarantee.
I'm just saying that I don't think... Look, we're not artificially creating any content. We're relaying through our human mouths stuff that was compiled by a robot from other people's human mouths that they put into a robot.
That's what they say about ChatGPT. They're like, we're not stealing anything. It's new. But is it really new?
No.
Is any content new?
Look, I can tell you right now, this has references. It pulled the data from Wikipedia, from IMDb, from YouTube, from harleyquinn.fandom.com. And no one knows Harley Quinn better than harleyquinn.fandom.com.
That's true.
But I get to find that information, plus the Wikipedia information, plus all of it in one place.
That's all the places I would have gone anyway.
Exactly. But now it's in one page.
Champion.
How easy and convenient.
Genius.
Let me tell you what the show is.
All right.
I'll tell you what the genre is. It's an American adult animated black comedy superhero television series.
I enjoy this. That everything has a million genres these days.
I don't like it. I think it's too many. Come up with one niche word or do what the Germans do.
Stick them all together.
Stick them all together.
Make a new word.
One long running word.
Well, if you read those genres again really fast, you'll have made a compound word.
American adult animated black comedy superhero television series.
Yeah,
like.
so that. It's like, that's what it is.
Famously, if you add like to it, to the name of the thing.
Now it's a genre.
Now it's a
We're
genre.
not just copying the thing, it's a proper genre.
Okay, what
We're
do
not
you
just
think?
copying a rogue, it's a roguelite.
No, roguelike.
Yep.
What would this be a like of?
Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
It's like nothing else. What
Like
can I tell
nothing
you?
else.
No, I just couldn't think of anything off the top of my head. What's it like?
I don't know. Well, Invincible's another animated show
Okay.
that's kind of brutal.
Yep.
But I don't think this is an Invincible like. I think
No, this is funnier and goofier.
is Invincible a Harley Quinn like?
No.
Okay, maybe they're a genre as of
Invincible is what the boys like.
Yes, but it's animated.
Yes. So maybe everything has to have 2 points of origin. Like Invincible is if you blended the boys and Harley Quinn.
And Harley Quinn is
If you blended the
DC.
Batman animated series.
oh yep,
And
a fucked thing.
yeah.
Yeah. This show has been critically acclaimed.
And drugs.
Yes, and drugs.
Yeah.
It's been critically acclaimed for its animation, its humor, and its portrayal of the titular protagonist.
All right. No need to objectify Harley Quinn like that.
Whoa, that's not titular means. I was talking to a family member because I think I had a question in Wrong Answers Only, referencing, I don't know, it was Forrest Gump or something. And it was like in Forrest Gump, the titular character once said life is like a box of what? And my family member said,
Rattlesnakes.
yeah, justify that, go.
Oh, okay. So Forrest Gump really goes through like a lot of troubles and you know has to work really hard to earn the love of Jenny. I haven't seen Forrest Gump, but so this is in a scene in Act 3, right when everything is really bad, and he's saying like, oh. I wish things were a bit easier. Like, you know, sometimes it feels like life is like a box of rattlesnakes, you know? And it became like one of those cult lines that everyone just remembers.
You can hear them before you see them.
Yeah, just like the dramas in personal life. Me, Forrest Gump.
You can tell that they're coming. You can see there's a box. You can hear, but you hear some rattling, and you're like, that sounds awfully like the rattlesnakes, but that looks like a box.
But it sounds like a box of Legos, so I'm going to open it. Oh, because it's Christmas morning.
Christmas morning, you're shaking this box around, it's rattling, you're getting super excited.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to you, you're going to have 17 fucking snake bites on your arm by the time Christmas morning's over. Christmas morning in hospital.
Life is like a box of rattlesnakes.
Yeah, anyways, my family member was like, titular?
You can't say that.
You can't say that. What's that? I'm like, that's
means title.
title.
Hello.
The character, the title is named after. Talking of characters.
Nicely done.
Thank you. We have Harley Quinn, voiced by Kaylee Kyoko.
Who you will know from Big Bang Theory
Yes.
and other things.
We've said this already.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh.
We have Poison Ivy, voiced by Lake Bell. We have the Joker, voiced by Alan Tudyk. We have King.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Huh. We've been watching this show for what, 3 seasons? And I never clocked that.
Alan Tudyk's one of those guys that's just in things.
Just
where you're
in
like,
things.
Kind of.
Yeah.
He's just there always.
Like Stephen Fry. It's just in things.
No, but when you see Stephen Fry, you're like, oh, fuck, that's
no,
Stephen
you're right.
Fry.
That's different. Yeah.
Alan Tudyk, you're like, I'm sorry,
That's
I've
like
seen
saying
him
that
before.
schnitzel is a word that you think about.
Wow. King Shark, voiced by Ron Funches. We have Dr. Psycho. Now, okay, we're getting into Harley's sort of band of misfit villains from the first season.
Crew.
Which consists of
Harley Quinn,
Poison Ivy,
Yep.
King Shark,
Yep.
Dr. Psycho,
Yep. And Clayface!
Oh, we have Clayface as well.
Yeah, can we talk about Clayface yet?
Yeah, well, I was going to talk about Dr. Psycho for a
Okay, you
second.
talk about Dr. Psycho and then we'll talk about Clayface.
Dr. Psycho, as the name suggests, fucking psycho. Terrible human being.
Horrible person.
The way that he gets on Harley Quinn's team is because he is basically cancelled by everyone, including the supervillain community.
Literally the collection of the most evil people in the universe.
Because he called Wonder Woman the C word in a fight.
Yeah.
Just called her a cunt straight to her
Yep.
face. People were filming, and even like Lex Luthor, the Joker, all those people like, nah, that's
man.
too far. So when Harley Quinn's trying to prove herself as a villain by having her own supervillain team, she's like, well, fuck, I got to get the dregs of I can't get anyone on my team, so I guess I'll get the worst of us.
Just the absolute dregs of humanity. The scum of the earth, if you will.
Yeah, because even supervillains won't stand for sexism. No. He does apologize at one point.
Because he has to and then immediately goes back to the behavior.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Then we have Clayface, who is also played by Alan Tudyk.
Holy shit. There you go.
Yeah. Now Clayface. I love Clayface.
Clayface is funny.
Clayface, I loved him ever since I saw him in the Arkham City video game.
Oh, you mean serious Clayface?
Yeah, well, serious Clayface is fun. Clayface, he's a man made of clay.
You just like him because he's a shapeshifter.
Yeah, and I think that's fun.
It is fun.
Shapeshifting is great. Imagine if you could be whoever. You could be an alive person. You could be a dead person.
Oh, yay. Well, just what I've always wanted.
I'm mainly referencing Arkham City.
Oh, sure. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great. He's the person before he turns into a big mold of clay mess. He is an actor and then like a traditional Shakespearean stage actor, I think. And they bring that to this iteration of Clayface because
in a big way.
He's just a prick of an actor.
It's his only personality trait, arguably.
It's it. He's just he obviously shapeshifts and that like helps the team, but he's a bad actor.
I guess. I mean, when you can literally be anybody, it helps. But you can always you can always tell. I can't tell. I get surprised when Clayface is in a scene being someone else.
He always slips up.
Yeah.
He always accidentally says something in his ridiculous Shakespearean-esque accent. His
teeth look wrong.
His teeth always look wrong.
The character's teeth always look funky. And you go, wait a second.
He has bad clay teeth.
Yeah.
So like every time he shapeshifts, I guess he just forgets about his teeth.
Remember when his butt fell off and he spent an episode falling in love with his own bum?
But yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I'll never find something. It was his bottom half. It wasn't just
I
his
couldn't
bum.
remember if it was the legs or not.
It was the legs as well.
But the face was on the butt, so like...
Well, where would the face be on the other side?
Well, I don't know.
feel
I'm
like
just
the
telling you why I remembered it.
Okay. Remember a big butt. Clayface is great.
Ridiculous.
He has a funny little voice. A lot of characters have fun voice inflections.
Honestly, I think more voice acting should be 110% ridiculous voice acting.
I think that
Enough of this serious sounding like a real human.
I think that in animation you can get away with it.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Like way more.
Yeah,
which is
especially in a show that is this goofy. Like, the action is exaggerated, and the jokes are exaggerated, and the plot is like, everything is big and goofy.
great. Yeah. I don't think I could, as I was saying before, I think I could be a voice actor.
I think so.
I don't think I can do a Clayface.
No?
No.
What characters could you do?
I could do, there's Bane's in this show,
Oh, Bane.
and Bane is great.
Sorry, a big grin just broke out on my face. I can't help it.
Now, this show succumbs to the curse
Good word.
that Tom Hardy and Christopher Nolan inflicted upon all future Bane iterations that are in a
Parodies
slightly like
or-
non-serious form,
Sure, yeah.
where they have to do the stupid Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
I am Bane. I am strong and I am weak of mind, but I will destroy this city and break your butt.
And he's going on about his waffle iron the whole time in
Oh
this
my
show.
God.
So it's that voice, and then everyone undermines him. Like there's a bit where they keep not giving him a chair.
That was I was about to bring this up. That was my favorite Bane arc, is when just no one will give him a chair in the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, it's like
Fine, I'll sit on the ground, I guess, but I'm not happy about it. No!
And he's so lonely and he can't find love or any friends or anyone to talk to ever.
sometimes he gets close.
Yeah.
But then he'll like have to deal with something like
Yeah.
he's constantly dealing with like a broken waffle iron or something.
Is that what it's something like that?
It's not. I don't know what it is. It's not a waffle iron.
Not important.
Just something like that. So he's like on the phone.
Oh yeah.
With the waffle iron customer service department trying to get it
3
fixed.
hours.
He's like,
Fuck this waffle iron. Oh, hello. Yes, no, I have been waiting for a while. No, it's fine, it's fine. No, it's just not heating up. No, I don't. I would prefer if I didn't get put on hold again. Fucking hell!
it's great.
You could be a voice actor, I reckon.
could be a voice
Have you
actor?
ever thought about that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I could replace whoever plays Bane. Who's to bet it's Alan Tudyk?
I bet it's Alan Tudyk.
Who plays Bane?
Surely that's on your arc.
Bane. Well, it's just showing the main characters.
Well, I would argue that Bane is a main character. This show wouldn't be what it is without him.
Let's find out. It's loading.
Okay, reading 6 web pages, I feel like you just need to read one.
Probably.
Making a website for you.
Oh,
Whoop. I feel like a
Whoop.
Google search is the answer here. We should have erased.
Yeah, it hasn't told me who.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe no one knows.
Oh, no, sorry. It says it in the title.
Oh.
James Abdomain.
Great. Well, he's great.
Not abdomen.
James Abdomen.
Abdomen.
It's James Abdomen,
James
and I
Abdomen.
will take no other answer. I mean, it is his abdomen and his vocal cords and his mouth.
And then the cup over his mouth.
Oh, I wonder if they must
Right?
do. Yeah.
It sounds like he's speaking into a cup,
Yeah.
like a solid ceramic mug.
Yeah.
I could do Bane. I can't do Clayface.
I feel like I could do Clayface.
Do you want to try doing Clayface? Do your best Clayface voice.
For it is I, Clayface, and I have come to you on the stages of Los Angeles.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, sure, I'll take it.
No, that's
It went a
good.
little wonky.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
He
You can
mostly
work on
yells
it.
his own name, so
Clayface. No, I can't do
such
it.
an egotist.
He's an absolute
Like
egotist.
every caricature of an actor that you've ever seen, he's that.
Yeah. That's most of the characters in this. They are
That's true.
an egotistical caricature of themselves.
Yeah.
Including, all of them are here because it's animated, they can chuck in whatever characters they want. They seem to been given full reign on use anyone.
Oh, and they'll kill anyone.
They killed Scarecrow in the first couple of episodes.
Forgot about that.
They
Penguin's dead.
At like a bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
I think he got murdered at a bar mitzvah. I don't know who else. They've killed a
Batman
bunch
broke
of
his
people.
back very early on.
Yeah.
But not the way you think.
Not the way you think. That wasn't it the way you think?
It wasn't Bane, was it?
I tried, but the spines are thick. It takes a lot to break a back. I was busy. I was distracted. I was thinking how I had to call the waffle iron place later, and honestly, when the back hit the knee, I wasn't putting my full force in it. I'll try better next time. Fuck.
Yeah, they'll do anything in this show, and that's what part of what makes it fun.
Speaking of the voice actors, though, I would like to point out, and I'm really happy I clocked this, but also very iconic voice. Lex Luthor, played by Giancarlo Esposito
Yeah.
from Breaking Bad fame,
Where he plays that villain that you love.
and that the Mandalorian,
Where he plays that same villain that you love.
and in Far Cry 6.
Where he plays that villain that you love.
I've never played Far Cry 6.
Neither, but I'm just going to assume.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the reason why I'd play it. I think I have it downloaded because I'm like, oh, Giancarlo Esposito.
And The Boys,
Oh, and The
where he
Boys.
plays Lex Luthor. I mean, a different guy.
The villain
that
that you
love.
love. Yeah.
Because he's so good at it.
He's so good at it. And I like that reaffirms the idea that Lex Luthor is a black man.
Yeah.
Because he fully is.
He is.
And we see that in like the Justice League, I think it's the Justice League Unlimited series. And like
all those
of the-
cartoons are the same in my head.
well, a lot of them are connected.
Yeah,
Most of them are connected.
exactly.
They all sort of spawned from Batman, the animated series, and then went off into Justice League Unlimited and Batman Beyond as well. And they all spawned off that. And then the whole ACU, animated, the DCAU.
Oh, no.
The DC.
The
Decal. The DC
Decal.
animated
Decal.
Omniverse. I don't know. But they're going to keep this running. But I don't know. I don't know if they have a new name.
I
if
hope it
it's just
gets
going to be
10 seasons.
DCU. Well, they're up to 4. They've done a Valentine's Day special. They've got the
sure.
Kite Man spin-off coming out,
Forgot about the Kite Man spin-off.
which is great.
goodness me.
It's phenomenal. I was going to say something about the
We're talking about James Gunn? Or before that?
don't know.
Don't know. But I do know that it is I, Clayface!
What was I going to say?
We're going to talk about Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy?
That's it.
Yeah!
That's it. I wanted to mention Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I
figured you would.
Yeah, they're dating in this show, which is so cute. As you said before, like it's sort of like the heart of the show. But what's really interesting with this season 4 that we've started is because Harley Quinn is now a part of the Bat family and is a superhero, and Poison Ivy is now the head of the Legion of Doom, the most supervillain of supervillainy. They're still in a relationship and they're trying to continue that. And they have a really good relationship. It's not like it's causing a lot of turmoil, at least not yet. But they're, keeping on with this relationship, but they have to like keep work separate.
They can't talk about work.
They can't talk about work because like...
So we're tracking down this guy who's done a crime. Oh, yeah, that's Barry. Barry did a crime, but I can't tell you, babe.
I can't tell you.
Because I told Barry to do the crime.
Oh. But what if we had sex and during that we did some role play
Oh, yeah, let's do an interrogation.
where you play Barry and I play me, and you tell me where you currently are and where you put all that money that you stole. Let's do that.
But wait a second.
It's great. There was a episode most recently that we watched where it's like a getaway in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy's going on, but it's a supervillain getaway. So it's an awful hotel that is.
You just shoot the servants all the time.
You can shoot the servants. You're given shots of
blood when you arrive, but it's like tailored blood. Like when they arrive, they're like, "Hey, here's your shot of complimentary blood. That one's got some of your 4th grade math teacher in it." Great,
brilliant.
Show's full of jokes like that.
It's excellent. But Harley Quinn is sort of grappling with her because she's been a villain for so long. And she does love that side of herself, but wants to be a hero now. She's sort of dealing with, well, fuck, I still have this lunacy in me. I'm still a fucking insane person. Yeah. How do I, indulge in that whilst also not being a villain?
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Because, don't answer yet. Let me explain. Okay. One of the things that I enjoyed about the earlier seasons of this is that it's like a conventional, well, it's nothing like a conventional show in any way at all, actually. But I guess what I'm trying to say is you are rooting for the characters. It's not like, I don't know, Killers of the Flower Moon. We're like, this main character disgusts me. Like, yeah, go Harley. Oh my God, you just smushed that guy's brains in with a baseball bat. I like that tension, or it's almost like one big joke. How do you feel about Harley Quinn being good asterisk?
Well, I feel like I still root for her. Like, I'm also rooting for her being like, ooh, she's trying something new and trying to be a hero and she wants to prove herself. That's fun. Because the first few seasons, she's trying to prove herself as a villain. As, she's broken up with the Joker. She's trying to prove herself as a standalone, terrifying supervillain. And now she's trying to prove herself as this standalone, well, part of the Bat family now, but like a hero, like a one of the titular heroes of Gotham City. That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Well, they named
It's me, Gotham, and my humble sidekick, City.
They renamed the city at one point, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, they called it New Gotham, I think it's Gotham. Up to now.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
I quite like it. I think that characters should be able to change, and because they have the freedom
Oh, well, when you put it like that.
To change in this animated medium, I think that if this was like a live action thing, it would feel worse, probably.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably because it couldn't be this zany if it was live action. Like,
for sure.
We're ready for jumps like this because, again, Bane was humping a building 5 minutes ago and Batman's zombie parents rock, all the stuff we said earlier. Like, it's already all happened.
It all happens. It's not even just like the ones you're mentioning now, like those are from the Valentine's Day
Yeah, because I can remember it. But there's been so many others.
Yeah, no, wild things happen all the time.
Two-Face is running around doing Two-Face things?
Is he? I thought, did he die?
I don't remember.
He's fun.
It's 50-50.
Oh,
Flip a coin.
He was the person helping Commissioner Gordon sprint for mayor or whatever.
Because he's Attorney General or whatever, like Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
Whatever the shit.
No, I'm all here.
But he was Two-Faced and then he went and supported Joker or the other way around?
Oh yeah,
remember?
Yeah,
Two-Face.
Yeah. I'm all here for the character alterations and seeing this. This feels like where the comics are like this is a status quo, and sure we'll have arcs and supervillain stories and have the characters die and then come back to life. It all returns to the baseline.
Yeah.
You know, in Batman's case, the baseline Gotham City. We have Batman. We might have the Bat family. We have all the villains. This says we'll start with that, but then who knows where we'll go. That's Harley Quinn.
Wonderful.
Good show.
Great show.
Really,
should people watch it? Who's it for? Do you regret starting it?
If you're over 18 and, you know, I think that it's a really approachable comic thing. It's not something that you need to know all the lore. Also, most people know the Batman lore without having to ever engage with it. So I think it's similar to an Into the Spider-Verse or similar to... I don't know, what's another thing that's like the first Avengers or something like that, where
Captain America, the first Avenger?
No, just the Avengers by Joshua Whedon. That it's you can just go in and have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I recommend it to anyone who's watch the trailer for it. Watch the first episode. It's a fun romp, easy watch. It's like 20 minutes long or something like that each episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which more of those, please. Mm-hmm. I love shows like that.
If you like something that
nowadays is like, our episode's actually 46 minutes. Well, I'm going to bed, so no.
If you like
Thank you and
something
good night.
that likes to make fun of the terrible, terrible fans of comics and pop culture.
Let's talk about that scene because it was really fun. I mean, it's all through the show, but like the I don't know if it was a post. Oh no, it wasn't a post credits. It was like a frame for one of the episodes. I think it was after they broke Batman's back, and maybe we all thought he was dead. And it was a scene of someone wearing a Release the Snyder Cut shirt and someone else wearing a reshoot The Last Jedi shirt.
Yeah,
maybe?
like The Last Jedi didn't happen or something like that. Yeah.
And they were saying like, oh, I can't believe that this like woke feminist SJW show killed Batman, and just all the things that those people say.
Yeah.
But it's just funny. It's funny to turn the mirror around and make fun back of them.
Yeah, like how stupid is it? It's a Harley Quinn show. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
and
it's
enjoy
not.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So remind me again the title of the show that we're watching. The main character. Tis I, Clayface.
It's not a Clayface show.
It should be though.
It's a Bane show.
There's not enough explosions for it to be a Bane show.
No, there isn't. He does love his
He
explosions.
loves explosions.
Yeah, and
At
fucking
one-
buildings with his giant. Okay, shall we mention? Okay, in the Valentine's Day episode, Bane
I think there's poison ivy magic juice in the air or something.
magic hormone juice that
Yeah.
turns him ginormous and also really horny, and then
Yeah.
he starts fucking buildings
Yep.
in Gotham City.
Yeah.
That's how crazy this show gets. So if you're like, that's a stupidly like it's in like a, I don't want to say a tasteful way. Because I don't think it's
I want to say
tasteful.
it's in a funny way.
I think it's in a funny way. But again, not in that like, I don't know,
Yeah.
gross, mature, quote unquote mature
Yeah.
humor way, but in a.
It's funny because we're making fun of every part of it. It's also, that's the B plot. That's not even the main thing happening in
It's
that
just
episode.
a thing happening in the
And
background.
you just cut to it, or
Yeah.
like in the background of shots. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wild.
Good show, worth watching. Very, very queer as well, which is fun. Yeah, highly recommend it.
Yep.
And that's Harley Quinn.
Poison Ivy died, came back to life.
Did she?
Yeah.
don't
Remember?
remember
They
that.
buried her.
Oh.
All the plans came.
And they brought it back. Yes, because they used the. I do remember that.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, watch season 4, but watch the other seasons before season 4.
There's enough going on already. You don't need to be any more lost than you will be.
So let's have a break before the finished it here.
A break? What's this?
Because you sent me an ink blot.
Oh, yeah.
Do you not want me to do the ink blot?
Yeah, I want you to tell me what you think the ink blot is.
Okay, this ink blot.
But what is that? What is it? What do
You told me to do a sound when you sent me an ink blot.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot all about. Okay, maybe the reason I got distracted is because inkblot number 1 on this website. Everyone, we might put a picture of it up on Instagram. Could not look more like a bat. No,
It's a Christopher Walken bat.
could not look more like a bat. And so I got distracted by the battiness of it and forgot that Jet was just going to grunt at me.
Did you send me that because we were talking about a Batman thing?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Ridiculous.
Looks like Harley Quinn's baseball bat. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Looks like a bat with an extra set of wings.
Yeah, and holes in its body.
Well, yeah.
Do you want to tell me what you've started?
I would love to.
What have you started? I mean, finished.
Fuck. Oh my god.
That's my bad. Look, new format.
New format.
New me.
Try everything air up. Sorry.
The new me is just, I don't know, forgetting
Just
things.
old you.
Yeah.
Yeah. New plan, same as the old plan. Forget about the new plan. All right, hit us again.
What have you finished?
I have finished The Marvels. We're doing more female-led superhero stuff. Why? Because I had it written down, and that's what we're doing.
Are we doing all superhero all the time with this episode? Because you'll
that's
never
our new
guess
thing.
what my following up is.
Oh no.
Do you want me to put into the
Pop
put
it in
the
arc.
models in-
Congeal it all in there. Just
right.
just suck the life out of these things that people have written and serve it to us on AI mush platter, please.
It's not even AI. It's just
It literally is.
It's literally not.
It literally is.
It's just grabbing bits from different.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's an algorithm grabbing bits.
But it's not right. It's not compiling
no,
something
no.
in of its own. It's not a large language model.
No.
It's not using text by text to figure out what the next text is.
No.
No. The Marvels, a 2023 superhero film. Release date,
So far, so
November
good.
10th, 2023. Director, Nia Costa.
But not really.
What do you mean?
We'll talk about it.
What?
She
Okay.
said this is a Kevin Feige movie.
She said that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which I think is probably true of a lot of the MCU movies, only a lot of the people stay quiet about it.
Probably.
You heard about that book?
What book?
MCU, subtitle? Don't remember the subtitle.
No, I haven't
It's all about how cursed and hollow and rotten the whole thing is as a system.
Oh, no. I haven't. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
The film follows the characters of Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan.
2 Marvels and an extra one.
Who doesn't get a superhero name in this?
Well, Kamala really tries to give her one, but she doesn't like any of them.
As they team up and they swap places with each other every time they use their powers. Well, not every.
We
some of the
figured
time.
it out. We'll talk about it.
Leading to the formation of the Marvels.
Yeah.
More
Superhero movies and shows should have fun names. Some people were like, this should have been called Captain Marvel 2 and it would have made more money. Well, guess what? That would have been lame and boring. I'm sick of movies called Iron Man. And the shows? We've got a show with Wanda and Vision in it. What are we going to call it? WandaVision. We've got a show with the Falcon in it and the Winter Soldier in it. What are we going to call it? The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I mean, come on. Can we not do any better? And then they went Loki, She-Hulk, Hawkeye, other ones that I cannot think of.
Okay, but I feel like WandaVision is about the same quality as the Marvels because you've squished multiple people's names together. However, the difference is the Marvels, they all have the same name.
Sure, yes. I mean, all the way on the other end of the spectrum is Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, but they backed away from that name because I was like, oh, it's not brand recognizable. Well, guess what? That movie's not going to make any money anyway because people are sexist, so let's just call it a fun thing.
Oh, and the Marvels made money, did it? Let me scroll down on this page.
No, but what I'm saying is it wasn't going to make money anyway necessarily, maybe.
Film underperformed, grossing $206 million worldwide against a production budget of $274.8 million.
How did this movie cost $270 million?
I don't know.
That's insane.
There's a sequel.
I mean, most of it takes place in space, but still.
Wait.
What? No, it is
Sorry.
a sequel.
It is a sequel. Yeah. No, I saw a sequel announcement and it said this is the sequel.
sure.
This was announced as a sequel to a previous thing.
What thing?
Captain Marvel.
It's a trick question because it's a sequel to at least 3 or 4 things.
Production began in 2020.
Ah, well, that explains the budget.
I think it was written by the same person who wrote some of WandaVision.
Huh, that's fun. I love this new format because you read stuff out from the internet so I don't have to do an intro and I can cut straight to the hot takes.
All right, what's your hot takes?
I just bumped the table, so I have to list my hot takes now, which are, okay, so I think that this is the first time that they've used Captain Marvel in a really interesting way. Let me tell you about it. In the previous 2 things she was in, she's kind of that trump card in the same way that, like, you kind of have to kill Superman or Professor X or, like, incapacitate them pretty early on, right? Because they're the next tier above and they can solve any problem when they come in. This movie means that slows her down because Captain Marvel has to think about using her powers. Because at any point when 2 of them use their entangled light powers at the same time, don't worry about the details, they switch places.
No, you said we'd talk about the details.
Okay, we'll talk about the details and I'll go back to what I enjoy.
Now, light powers doesn't make much sense to me.
Light powers doesn't make much sense. They change. This is probably why they changed Kamala Khan's powers from big extendy arms to hard light or whatever the fuck.
Which is so dumb because one of the best parts of her powers is she just gets to make like her fist big. Like it's this weird sort of not really body horror, but like freaky, just embiggening and emsmalling.
Yeah.
Of
debiggening, if you will.
Debiggening, that's better. Of her body parts. That's sick. She can make herself ginormous if she wants. It's a very cool power. In this, it's just
platforms.
Light. She can just make crystal light platforms or make a big fist around her regular sized fist.
Yeah.
It's a way less visually interesting. Well, I guess it's more visually interesting in the way of shapes and colors.
It's probably easier to shoot than weird goopy hand.
I guess so.
Like that's a hard texture.
But I'd prefer weird goopy hand, for sure.
Maybe it's because she's a mutant, but I think it's more they changed it because of this other thing about light powers.
I think it's more they changed it because they knew they were doing the Fantastic Four soon. Yeah. And they're very similar powers to Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also light powers. So they switch powers. No, they don't switch powers. They switch
We initially
teleport?
thought, based on the trailer and just vibes, that whenever one of them used it, all three switch. But it's not that. It's whenever two of them use them at the same time, those two switch places, which could be like from Earth to the middle of space somewhere.
Okay.
It could be from the middle of space somewhere to Kamala Khan's lounge room.
And then you have a fun space fight in Kamala Khan's lounge room with her family beating up these Kree soldiers.
Which is, I will say, at least as entertaining to me as the hallway fight at the end of Guardians 3. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, we enjoyed that at the time. I don't know. I really enjoyed the action in the Marvels. Well, I'll know. But, you know, the best hallway fights have already happened. We're probably never going to top them.
You don't think they I don't know. People have been doing hallway fights for a while now. Some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
What about the Echo?
Are we talking about Daredevil or John Wick here? Because I feel like we might be having a different discussion.
I'm talking about Daredevil, which is the best one.
Yeah.
Better than John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so they swap if they have light powers, but so many superheroes have light powers. So why these two? But why these three? Except for the reason
because their names are the same.
Yeah, their names are the same.
But this is what I was saying.
Thor has light powers.
Lightning, sure.
No, but also like the Bifrost is
Okay,
light.
yep, fair. Name another one. That's on me. I set the bar too low.
Iron Man has light powers with his repulsors.
Stretching it.
It's light. It's just
So
very.
you're just saying that electricity is light.
It's harsh light. It's like a flashlight
Oh my
on
god.
steroids.
That's
What it is.
not what the power is.
It's a literal beam of light that he puts out.
Okay. Also Vision then also.
Vision, I guess.
Rhodey, I guess.
Rhodey.
War Machine.
Oh,
Same,
yeah.
Same powers, or is he just guns?
No,
Suit with guns.
he's
he's got repulsors
he's
because
got
they do the
repulsors.
three of them zapping whatever the Ultron or whatever.
Yeah. There's got to be more light powered.
Sure.
I don't know. I'll tell you when I think of one.
Okay, you tell me when you think of one. I really want to get at this point about why it's great for Captain Marvel, because usually she can just do a big punch or a big zap of whoever she wants, right? But in this, she has to think about it, because if she is, I don't know, fighting an alien in midair on an alien planet, and she does a big punch, there's a chance that she's about to swap with like a 16-year-old girl from New York City who is then going to be plummeting through the sky on an alien planet. And that's an issue.
Yeah.
Did you say steaks or snakes?
I said steak. Oh,
She
it's
might
snakes in the
swap
box.
into, maybe that's what they're doing in the lounge room. They're doing Christmas morning. I don't think they would celebrate Christmas.
But they could still have snakes in a box.
They might have snakes in a box.
Anyone could have snakes in a box at any time.
Life is like a box of rattlesnakes.
They're
it's around
everywhere.
every corner.
Yeah, it does. It does add some extra tension, which I did enjoy. It's not like, she can use the powers whenever she wants to solve any problem. But that's what she has been doing.
Yep.
Like over the past few years in the MCU, she's
Kind of an issue.
been running around. Well, she's been running around saving planets.
Well, she's been running around saving literally everything that isn't Earth.
Yeah.
The Avengers took like 20 years to form, and it takes all of them to barely get by. And meanwhile, Captain Marvel is out there literally fixing every other problem ever.
To be fair, if I knew that there was a planet that had, somewhere between 10 to 50 superheroes that are getting by by fighting the villains,
No, I
and there are a
wouldn't-
bunch that don't have superheroes, I'd go to the non-superhero
I go to the other
planets.
ones.
Yeah.
Speaking of going to the other ones, I wish we spent more time on the musical planet.
The musical planet was fun. So, for context, there is this, for those of you who haven't seen it, there is this planet where all of the people there, they speak English,
Yes.
but they only comprehend it if you are singing,
Yeah.
and also their movements are all dance.
Yeah.
So it is just a musical planet.
It's the best.
Also, Captain Marvel, we're spoiling this, aren't we?
Yeah.
Captain Marvel is married to the prince of this planet for bureaucracy reasons.
So it's don't worry about it. It's an administration detail. So they have like a court dance and a song. It's bizarre. And then at one point they break into regular English conversation, and Ms. Marvel and what's her name are like, wait, you can speak English? She's like, yeah, I'm bilingual. As in, I can do musical and regular conversation.
Which is brilliant. I love it. I love it. You know who would love that planet?
The cast of Heathers?
No, Clayface.
Clayface! Clayface would love that planet.
It's all theatrical.
Maybe Clayface is secretly on that planet and he's just gotten better at acting. No, it would have hurt him.
We would have, yeah. He's a terrible actor. I don't think he could possibly get better. I will become anti Harley Quinn if Clayface gets better at acting. I think that's the one core point of that show.
That's your one red line. You're like, you can kill anyone and do anything, but if Clayface is a good actor, I'm out.
And if Bane ever fixes that waffle
I was
iron.
going to say, I think the Bane one is stronger for me. I'm like, he has to be sad forever. Yeah.
There were two really good moments in the Marvels for me.
Okay.
There was the musical bit.
Yep.
Actually, there was three. There was the musicals bit. There was the cat scene at the end of the film.
We're going to talk about the cat. Oh, finish your list, then we'll talk about it.
And there was classic, harkening back to old early Marvel movies where it's just the characters hanging out and having fun.
Was there?
Yes.
I don't remember there being much of that.
There was them on the spaceship after they figured
brainstorming
out
names?
No, yes, but also after they figured out, it's when we use our powers at the same time.
Oh, the training montage.
It's not necessarily training because they're just like
They're literally doing cardio.
somewhat, but sometimes they're just like juggling and then swapping places to see if they can continue
cool.
juggling when someone else is in their spot.
So good.
It's really fun. They're doing
a classic
jump rope.
Old style Marvel. Yeah.
And hopping in when they use their powers. It's great.
so good.
They're just hanging out and having fun, which is what people like Marvel for.
Yeah. Bring back that stuff.
They're here for the Age of Ultron, sitting around a table drinking some brewskis.
Yep.
Where'd that go?
I don't know.
Now we just have purple aliens and
Other purple aliens.
yeah. Do you think it was Kevin? Do you think this is what the director meant when she said this is a Kevin Feige film?
I think she probably meant that she didn't direct any of it and didn't edit any of it, is my guess.
What does she do then?
I don't know. What do any of them do? Remember when they come in, they're like, oh, yeah, we've had the action scenes scoped out for 2 years.
Yeah,
They just come in. Maybe they come in and do the fun scenes, in which case, great direction. Can we talk about the fun scenes?
Okay, we're talking about the cat
This
scene
is
now?
my segue to cats.
Great. Cat scene. There are Flarkins in this film.
Yeah.
Which are the cats that have big tentacle
The
mouths.
cat in this film is called Goose.
Yeah. Now, I thought the goose might perk up every time someone said goose in this movie. Couldn't give a shit. Could not.
Currently, also could not give a shit. Asleep.
There's more than just Goose in this film. There's a bunch of these cats. They are
Because Goose is laying eggs all through the movie, maybe?
yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it. How?
You
Yeah,
called that one.
I did.
You're like, all these weird pink things, they're going to be eggs. They're going to be fucking eggs.
Yeah, but I call things in every movie. It's
Yeah.
not surprising at this point.
They do call you the Supreme Intelligence.
On my days on.
On
my
your days
off,
on. Nah.
call me an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these eggs are hatch and there's a bunch of little cats. And so these cats with their big tentacles that come out of their mouth, they can gobble anything. Doesn't matter how big or small it is. But
Yeah.
then it's like held within. It's like Hermione Granger's bag.
I was going to
from
say
Harry
Mary
Potter.
Poppins' bag.
Well,
But same thing.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
the one where it's infinite. You can have an infinite amount of stuff in
Yeah.
it. It's
It's like the tent in Harry Potter also.
No, but you can't go in the tent. Oh, well, they
You can go in the tent. Oh, you can go in you could probably go in the bag. If you could fit in a handbag, you could go in the bag, I'm sure.
Where'd she get that bag?
Don't know.
Is it a cat bag?
No, that's not. I'm trying to think of a name of a shop in Harry Potter, and they've all gone out of my head. Couldn't think of a single one.
Gwinks.
Sure. I was trying to think of Fred and
Longfoot.
George's shop. Now you're just naming names.
Amsterdam.
Ollivander's one shop. We're doing gift bags now.
I reckon she turned Crookshanks. I reckon Crookshanks was a Flarkin, and she.
Oh my God.
She skinned Crookshanks.
Oh my
And
God.
turned Crookshanks into a handbag.
Well, that's dark.
And that's how she has a bag that is can hold
Okay.
infinite things. When's the
Okay.
last time we see Crookshanks?
Oh, like,
Order of the Phoenix or something?
sure, yeah.
we see
I
the
was going to say
bag.
Goblet of Fire even. Like,
We see the bag in
not till
Deathly
Deathly
Hallows.
Hallows. Yeah.
Flawless logic.
Jesus. Grim.
Anyways, a bunch of walking Crookshanks handbags
Yeah.
are in this film.
And they're all little kittens.
And so they use this, the characters use this to their advantage because they put
There's
it
not
in
enough escape pods to get everyone off this ship that's going to...
explode.
Well, that's what I was going to say, but does it? Anyway, they've got to get... There's not enough room for everyone. A classic prisoner's dilemma. What are we going to do?
Yeah. I don't think that's a classic.
It's not a prisoner's dilemma at all. I was thinking trolley problem, but it's not even that. It's just looking at two people and picking one.
Yeah.
Who's going to die here?
And
A classic Titanic.
but they only had like one escape pod, so they thought,
Yeah.
well, we can fit maybe 4 people in this escape pod, or we could fit in like 30 cats.
Yep.
And all those cats can gobble up all of the workers on this.
Mm-hmm.
And so this results in this incredible slow-mo scene set to a classical music score of just these kittens gobbling up these human workers on this space station while they are fleeing in terror.
Yeah, they're not happy about it at all. But also then they have to like herd the cats. So it's just weird. There's so many things going on in the scene all at once. They're like, come on, kitty.
It's fucking hilarious. I loved it. It was one of the there are some really good scenes in this movie.
Maybe this movie's more fun than I remembered it being. I remember enjoying it, but I guess I'm just comparing it to the other Marvel stuff, which has become less funny, which is fine. They're not all trying to be fun. Oh, and She-Hulk was funny.
This movie, while I know it was short, it was long for me.
This movie was so short. That's another one of my top 3 things. The Captain Marvel whatever, the fight scene that I said, and the fact that it's like under 100 minutes.
For me, it felt long because of the scenes in between the fun bits.
Sure. So the action scenes?
Well, I would call
the plot. There was 3 types of scenes.
Also,
there was plot scenes as well.
There were plot scenes, but there was also like the musical planet. That was fun, and the musical people all had musical instrument weapons.
Yeah, which I didn't clock at all.
No. That was really cool. I don't know, when they were being fun and inventive.
Yeah.
That was good.
Simply be creative in making your movie.
And
Didn't think it was that hard.
When it was just like, I'm going to destroy your planet by putting a big portal in the sky.
That was boring. It's so tricky with villains. You kind of got to go, I needed more villain or less villain. As in, I needed to actually be in the emotionality of the villain rather than just, you destroyed my planet, I am angry. Or I needed less villain. As in, just barely have him in there, only as a punching bag. This was right in the uncanny valley of the wrong amount of villain.
Yeah.
The wrong level of detail.
But if there was less villain, I think there would be no villain.
There would be no movie, which I would be fine with. Then it would just be these 3 hanging out and herding cats.
Yeah.
And it would be 70 minutes.
Even shorter.
Yeah.
You could chuck that down into a couple of episodes of a show. This movie felt like a 3-episode arc of a show.
Okay, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There are 3 good bits. Imagine if the first episode culminated in they're all together and they're all figuring out their powers and that's fun. Second episode culminated in we're at this musical planet and that's fun and we have a big fight and there's a big reveal of Captain Marvel being married. Third episode, cats.
I would be here for that. But then end of 3rd episode, Monica Rambeau being sewed into a different dimension from the outside or whatever.
We haven't talked about Beast yet.
Oh, you want to talk about Beast and his stupid teeth?
We haven't talked about Zmen yet. So,
Stinishedit favourite Zmen.
But the MCU has been leading into, hey, we're going to have the Zmen in our films at some point. And now, in the post-credit scene of this, you famously love a random person being chucked into a post-credit
I love
scene.
it. The more egregious, the better.
And we have Kelsey Grammer from the original Zemen movies.
You know what? You're warming me on Beast just because you said that Madam Web-related thing.
Reprising his role as Beast, but it's a fully CGI Beast. It isn't
It's not the Beast you know and love.
When we last saw Kelsey Grammer High School, he had prosthetics blueness on.
Wait, is that the name of a school in Melbourne?
No, I don't think so.
It sounds like... Oh, I thought you were making a really sophisticated, clever joke. It sounds like one.
I can find out if there's a Kelsey Grammer High School.
Beast has 2 teeth. 2 CGI teeth, and they're too thin. It's a fun look where they're like poking up in an underbite, listeners. But they're too thin, and they disappear into his top lip, and it looks awful. I love an outrageous post-credit scene with bad teeth.
I've searched up Kelsey Grammer High
You know
School.
who else has bad teeth? Clayface.
Clayface?
Is Beast Clayface?
They're crossing over into the DC universe.
Dun dun dun.
James Gunn's worked for both of them, both DC and Marvel. He could do it.
Memorably very much happier working for one than the other.
Kelsey
the one that
Grammer.
didn't fire him and then beg him back.
Kelsey Grammer High School. I'm just getting photos of Kelsey Grammer when he was in high school.
Oh, well, what are they like?
Black and white.
Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. It's kind of suave.
He looks like
In
someone.
a high school kind of way.
No, he looks like he's a person who went to a Melbourne school.
He looks
called
like he
Kelsey
went to
Grammer.
Kelsey Grammar.
Yeah, ridiculous.
We got bullied ruthlessly. Oh, Kelsey, you going to Kelsey? Oh, your grammar school kid. Oh,
No. Would you reckon people should watch this?
yeah.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
If you're partway through, okay, who's it for? For people who have watched it. If you haven't watched it yet, I mean, you're fine. You're not really missing anything. If you're partway through, do I regret finishing it? No. Second half might be better than the first half. Might be. If you're partway through, trying to answer all the questions. Way harder when the other co-host doesn't ask the questions. If you're halfway through, you should make sure you've seen the musical bit, and then if you're still not sold, you don't need to finish it.
That was a lot of qualifiers. I think a yes or no would suffice.
Nah. Did I say yes before? I talked myself out of it in the course of the last 30 seconds. You don't need to see it.
You don't need to watch it.
Nah.
But I don't
Just
know.
watch do a John Wick and just watch the fight scenes.
Yeah, go onto YouTube.
But not all of them, just the good ones. Just magically know in your head which ones they are.
Type in the
There's fun
Marvels.
stuff. It's got the cats and the music weapons.
Okay, fine. Watch it. I don't give a shit. You didn't even know there were music weapons
What do
until I
you
told
think?
you.
Should people watch this? That's a good point. I did not spot that.
I don't know. I'm not you.
All right.
This is not my job. Not my finished it.
Yeah, fine.
You get to pick
Sure.
if people watch it.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Because I thought briefly about our best of episode, our Oscars, and all the good things we recommended. And I went, am I really going to recommend this? Nah. Watch one of those many things we talked about, I reckon.
Watch something different.
Yeah.
Nice.
Watch 3 to 4 episodes of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, do
Which
that.
you could fit in about the same amount of time.
Yeah, absolutely do that. It's way more entertaining.
Yeah.
And a superhero fix.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funnier and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch Bane running around for his waffle iron and fucking buildings.
Yeah.
It's way better than, I don't know, Harley Quinn running around looking for a cat and...
You did say Harley Quinn, and I want to see Harley Quinn running around looking
Sorry,
for a cat.
I meant Miss
A cat named Goose.
Captain Marvel
I
running
was
around.
just checking. She didn't respond.
Fucking a musical man. I don't know. I want to see that. Give me the movie of give me a rom-com of her and the musical man meeting.
Okay, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's our next section? I'm done with Captain. I'm done
Next
with the
section
Marvels.
is Up and Up.
Every time I'm bringing it up, I'm talking about up and up. Not the theme song.
Do you want me to tell you what I'm following up on?
Yep.
Okay. Now with our new structure, I have to talk about the thing that
Jet's eyes rolled upwards in their head as they thought about it. It was like the Mentats in Dune when they're having to think. Their eyes go blah, 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 using the brain computer. But Jet's just trying to remember one fact.
Now, so I did the started it, which means I'm doing the following up.
Yeah, because
on
I
the
am
last
doing.
episode.
Then I will do the coming up, which ideally maybe will be a start at it.
Yeah. Now, normally I would follow up on the finished it of last episode. However,
Which you could do, which you are doing. No.
I don't really.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about
Percy Jackson that we haven't covered in our 2 podcast episodes.
So I'm gonna talk about Madam Web instead.
Oh, yay.
I'm gonna
I
tell
thought
you
this was
I'm
coming.
gonna tell you particularly.
Because earlier on you said, oh, you really want to make this a superhero episode? Wait for my following up. And I went, uh-oh.
So
I
Madam
don't know
Web.
if I want to.
I've been thinking about it, and there are so many things that
I have
didn't-
not been thinking about it at all.
Well, good for you.
It's
Great.
been great. Thanks for bringing it up, by the way.
I'm glad you're not constantly
Jesus Christ.
tormented.
Yeah.
You know what? You should be
What?
tormented.
Well, I was and am, but I am choosing to ignore it.
I think tormention.
Yeah, tormention.
I think it creates better content.
Sometimes.
Always.
You're right.
Art is pain.
So what do you got for, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's too late in the episode for me to rant about this. We've already been annoyed about enough things. But I'm going to say, I'm going to give you a public warning right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever bring that up on the podcast, early in a podcast, you will get a rant from me. And you won't like it. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Tormention is great content. No, you won't like this rant because I will have some not very nice things to say about Damien Chazelle. So just think very carefully before you bring that up again, all right?
I can bring it up as much
This
as
is
I
your
want. in
public
this.
warning.
I can bring it up.
You can go on. Art is pain for the next 15 minutes and then never again.
Art is pain forever and ever. Think about all the great artists. Think about
They
Da
shouldn't have promised not
Vinci.
to rant.
Think about
They're going to talk about the one who cut his ear off?
Damien Chazelle.
Yeah.
Think about what was the one who cut his
Van Gogh.
That's the one that I was saying when I said Da Vinci. I just
Oh,
said the wrong
great.
thing. What about Van Gogh? What
Da
about
Vinci was like, I can't build this helicopter. Anyway, I'm going to paint a painting.
what about Greta Gerwig?
The guy.
What
What
about
about Greta Gerwig?
misogyny?
Oh, sure.
What about Clayface?
What about Clayface?
He's gone through a
I'm
lot
smiling
of pain.
again.
Yeah, I gotcha. Art is pain. And art is pain. So, speaking of pain, Madam Web once
Oh.
again. I have a massive critique of this film that I thought.
Oh,
of.
another one.
Yeah, look, I thought of this one while watching it. It stayed in my mind, and then as soon as we finished the movie, I forgot about it, but I've remembered it again.
See, what you should have done is as soon as we finished the movie, you forgot about everything, which is what I did.
But then I wouldn't be able to create great art.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be tormented by Madam Web, would you?
Yeah, but it's worth making great art for the... You know, you don't get it. This is why all your art is shitty. I've seen your drawings.
I'm not a good drawer.
Stick figure pieces of shit. So, at the start of this film, we have a flashback to Cassie Webb, Miss Lady Macbeth's mother, Mama Macbeth, and she is in the Amazon studying...
Researching spiders before she died.
Researching spiders before she died.
Yeah.
Yes. So, she's doing that, and she's with Ezekiel Sims, the villain of the film. And now they're talking about these spiders that they're hunting down. And he says, hey, I'm excited for these spiders because they give people superhuman abilities because there's a spider tribe rumored to be around these parts that get the venom from the spider bites and then can climb up trees with bare feet but wrapped in weird Spider-Man looking outfits, but we don't know who Spider-Man is because it's not related to You get it.
I don't think they do get it. I think you've confused them all.
It's fine. He's excited because there's a tribe of spider people with superpowers.
Yeah.
Now, Mama Macbeth says, that makes no sense. You're a fucking idiot. These spiders can't give you... That's all superstitious. That's ridiculous. Anyways, I'm looking forward to getting these spiders because they have superpowers that will make me not have an incurable disease that I'll pass on to my soon-to-be-born daughter that I've been pregnant for 9 months while I've been in the Amazon in the sweltering heat looking for these spiders.
Also, I found the spider.
Immediately after. So, now maybe it was just a one-off thing. You might think, oh, that's just a one-off thing. Later on, when we have Madam Web looking through her mother's old journals of the spider stuff, there is not just one page, but like a 2-page fold going over the spider people from the Amazon and their powers and all the mythology around them. If you were so dismissive, like, that's not a thing.
That's superstition.
That's superstition.
But
There's
this
no way.
cutting edge made up science that I'm making up, that's real.
So you know that the spiders can give you powers to do incredible things, but you don't believe that the spiders can give you powers to do incredible things?
Spiders only take things away. They don't grant any new powers.
Fucking idiot. Anyways, that just made... What a dumb person.
I can't believe that's even in your top, 15.
It's just so contradictory because it's
also the first scene.
It's the first scene, right? It's ridiculous. Anyways, that was bad. But I also want to tell you something positive.
About Madam Web?
Yeah.
Whoa! I didn't know you were capable of this.
Now, I actually watched a movie last night.
Okay.
And I'm going to read... I watched the movie How to Be Single.
Okay.
Do you know this movie?
No.
It came out in 2016. It was directed by Christian Ditter and stars Leslie Mann, Rebel Wilson, Alison Brie, and the main character is played by Dakota Johnson.
Ah! Oh my God.
I'm going to read you my letterboxd.
Oh my God.
How to Be Single.
Okay.
4 stars. This film accomplished the impossible by reinstilling my faith in Dakota Johnson as somebody who can, in fact, act.
Wow.
I fully thought after seeing Madam Web, there's no way she's can actually act.
She's a little bit nepotism baby, so that was totally believable.
She's a massive nepotism baby, and she's basically putting a wet plank of wood in front of the camera.
A wet plank of wood? That's so specific.
There's nothing happening at all. And it's kind of gross to look like it's visually giving nothing. Be I guess technically it's dripping water. I don't know. She might be vaguely sad, but it's not actually giving any sad because you're a wet plank of wood. I thought she was absolutely dog shit. She was quite good in How to Be Single. Not amazing, but she was giving a character that I could root for. Not a fully fledged, deep character, but a character. I think it was very much helped by Rebel Wilson being the best friend. She was fantastic. But I am now not 100% negative on Dakota Johnson.
You're 90% negative? Or is it down to 60s? Where are you at?
How negative am I? I'm going to say I'm negative 43.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Really, really brought you around.
Well, I was just so
mediocre performance.
Yeah, I think
This is just regular acting job.
yeah, I think I was so far in the
Right,
other direction
right,
that I was
right,
like,
right.
she couldn't possibly be good in something. She was pretty all right.
There you go.
Anyways, that's my following up on Madame Web.
Wonderful.
Still don't watch it.
No, don't watch it.
Opinions haven't changed. Reuben,
Jet.
tell me what you're coming up on.
Oh, sure.
What are you doing? What are you reaching for? What's this?
Getting a prop.
Getting
My
a prop.
favorite trick, pull out a book. So I've pulled out a book. Mm-hmm. It says The Creative Act, A Way of Being. I think one of those is a subtitle, but that's what it says on the cover by Rick Rubin.
I know Rick Rubin. He's that music producer. Give me
Here
the
it
book.
is.
Give me the book. He's that music producer.
Apparently.
That famous creative
Yeah.
person. This book, it's a very interesting cover. It's grey on grey.
Sure is.
It's got
not the worst book cover we've seen in the last few months.
It's got a circle on the front and a circle on the back, but the circle on the front has a dot in the center of it.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those Lord of the Rings covers.
Oh, yeah, like those I've got a Lord of the Rings here. Do you want me to... I mean, not that Lord of the Rings.
Well,
I have
only
an
if you-
extravagant, hectic Lord of the Rings.
Extravagant, hectic Lord
Yeah,
of the Rings.
like the cover's a bunch of fantasy stuff. Not a nice cover like
no,
that.
you can show it to me later.
No, I'll show it to you
I'm,
later.
I'm looking at this book now.
Okay.
I'm done looking at this book because there is nothing on it.
Yep.
There's not even a blurb on the back.
Nothing.
It's just
Just
the
take it on
circle.
trust. In fact, there's less on the back than there is on the front.
Yeah. What's this book?
It's a book. It's a book about creativity. It's a book about making. Yeah. It's got a bunch of. It's laid out just in like chapters by theme.
Okay.
So it's. I mean, I don't remember. I haven't started it yet. That's the point of it coming up. But if I just flip through and read some of it, I'm just going to read you some random titles of chapters.
Sure.
Implications (brackets purpose), momentum, make it up, harmony, the energy (brackets in the work), ending to. Oh yeah, no, that's one. Stuff like that,
Sick. This is cool.
right?
I'm really interested in you bringing this up next week as I started it because famously it takes me ages to read any books.
Famously.
So if you read it and then tell me all the good bits, then I'll get all the good bits without having to read it.
I'm just reading like not the dedication, but the bit where they have a thing that tells you what the book's about from a different. You know how plagiarism is just a thing where like, I'm going to give this wonderful other poet pride of place by just writing their shit at the start of my book. I love it.
Yeah.
The object isn't to make art. It's to be in that wonderful state which makes art inevitable by Robert Henri.
Nice.
So I hope it's all like that.
Yeah, sick. I found out something fun about Rick Rubin yesterday.
Go on.
So he's a music producer, right? And he's been using these new type of headphones
Okay.
that don't deliver the music to you with speakers right near your ears, like normal headphones.
Okay.
They don't do it with, you know how there are some earphones
That was my
like
guess. Vibrations.
do vibrations on your brain cavities or whatever. This does it through air tubes.
What?
So basically, imagine like your classic Apple earphones, the ones you chuck in your ear, like the ones with the cords.
Oh, ye oldie.
The old ear.
Yeah, back when we trekked 40 miles through the snow to get to school.
Yeah, back then. And you know how they have the clicky bits for the volume and whatever? About that far down, there are these like metal speakers.
So it's still speakers.
Okay, so yeah, technically it's still
Why didn't I
speakers.
thought you were going to tell me that it was like playing a flute or something?
No.
Like air tube. I don't know what I thought.
But no, there are still speakers, but the speakers are away from your ear, and then there are air tubes that go
Okay.
up the
Is
rest
that for
of the way.
safety? For ear safety?
I don't know. Apparently it's,
Because just turn it down.
I think it's good because it doesn't have electricity and radiation near ears, but
Oh,
who knows?
yeah.
Who knows the science behind that?
I don't know. We'll probably find out in 30 years when we all get cancer or something.
Yeah, in our brain cavities. So
Does salami still give you cancer?
did salami ever give you
I
cancer?
don't know. They said so. Every year they're like, there's a new thing. Probably gives you cancer.
There's eggs for a while. Do you remember when eggs were like great and then terrible and
yeah.
then great again?
I'm so glad they're great again.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to Google it.
Don't check because
No.
50-50. They
Two-Face just flipping an egg. Healthy. Cancerous. Healthy. Cancerous.
right next to like the broken waffle iron that Bane has. He only eats waffles though,
Yeah.
famously.
You can make anything in a waffle iron.
Yeah, but
As
not.
long as it works.
Can you make anything in a waffle iron?
What? Name a thing.
A tostada.
Sure. Just put it in a waffle iron.
Be a fuck tostada.
Yeah, but you could make it.
Guess so. All right. Could you make a smoothie?
Sure.
I don't think it would blend
Put it in
well.
a waffle iron. Wouldn't be a good smoothie.
You can't. No.
Yeah.
This isn't a thing. You can not anything is everything.
Yeah.
No.
Everything is everything.
No.
New age of mush.
Nah.
AI and every genre is the same and whatever.
Anyways, I was seeing someone review these headphones, being like, Rick Rubin's using them. And they're like, look, they're dog shit. They're so bad because they sound like the music is so far away, like you're listening to a broken 90s boombox because the speakers are so far from your ears.
Yeah.
It sounds like music it's bad.
Yeah.
Why would you do
Everything's
that?
awkwardly muffled and you can't make out the words.
Yeah.
It's just like Bane's singing everything.
Walking away, I don't know what to say or say it anyway. There is another day to remind you. Walking away, I just love all day. Join me! Join me, Clayface! Take
on me! Take me on! Take me on! It is I, Clayface!
Anyways, don't recommend those headphones
No,
or any
or that
headphones that
song.
you're listening to with right now. Throw them out.
Never listen to anything again. We've ruined it all.
Yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, nice coming up. I can't wait for it next week. Have we got another section?
Yeah, we do.
What's the next section?
You've got mail with Liam the Bear.
You should have sung that in a Clayface voice.
I could if you make it. Oh, here we go.
So you saw me cut my mouth with my hand, ready to
You
do
see
a
you
mail.
prep it.
But I actually can't. I've never sung the mail thing, and I won't.
I was going to say you couldn't if you tried. You could very easily, but you're not going to.
I'm not going
Fascinating.
to. Tell us the mail.
Okay, Liam says, "Here's my mail."
You've got mail with Liam the Bear. Yeah.
Not the theme song. 2023, best year for music, yes. No punctuation.
Oh,
Best years...
that's the thing that I said.
Yeah, wait, there's more.
I thought that was it. I thought they were just
You're
saying...
like, oh, we got a pad for time in this mail section.
No,
there's plenty more.
I thought they said, like, agreeing with me.
Oh, no, there's... Yes, and. It's a classic yes, and.
Ah, you'd know. It's improv.
Yeah.
Clayface.
Yeah.
Do this in a Clayface voice.
Do the mail in a Clayface voice?
No, don't do it.
I'm not.
Okay.
I couldn't do that to Liam. Best years for music always come from the worst year for everything else.
Oh, hold on. I think this ties back. Hold on.
Okay,
Yeah.
we've got examples.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. Compensation in the form of a New Boy Genius album. Also, didn't Phoebe Bridgers have an album last year? Maybe not. Maybe she just toured.
2020. Yeah, she toured last year, but
See also, 2020, we got Folklore and Punisher.
Punisher's
And the
Phoebe.
largest amount of consecutive disasters in the space of 1 year I have witnessed in my lifetime.
In 20, yes. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Mm-hmm. And the other, like the book about Perfect Sound, whatever, is based on 2016, which is another awful year because everything is insane happened. And I
Because
famously
Trump
said,
was running for president.
yes, also that, but like also all the other weird things.
You could run for president.
I could run.
You know, you couldn't run. You could only run
could
for
win.
office. We'll see.
You don't think I could win?
I think you could be a voice actor.
Okay, new idea. Right? Mm-hmm. I use AI to deep fake someone else, but I do the voice for them as a voice actor. And then when they become president, it's actually me because I was the one behind it.
You're the puppet master.
Yes. But nobody,
You gotta learn
everyone,
puppetry as well.
everyone still thinks it's the other person. It's a Wizard of Oz situation.
A
I'm the
classic.
wizard.
A classic
Of
timekeeper.
Australia.
Ah, that's something.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I run everything behind the scenes, behind what I'd have to have like a good person that I'm doing the puppetry of. Who do you think I could use? Who does everyone in Australia love that I could leverage that love for?
Taylor Swift.
Nah, because the Murdoch press doesn't like them. And I
You
never
need
sided
someone
with
that
Murdoch.
everyone likes that the Murdoch press also likes.
Like a wiggle or something.
like a wiggle.
Yeah.
You could wiggle a wiggle around on a string. Oh God. Yeah. Well, Bluey.
Okay,
Bluey
great.
for president of Australia.
I'm going to voice act Bluey into running for the presidency of Australia, and then I'll win, and then I'll enact some fun laws. But I'll run on communism, like the Joker
Like the
did,
Joker did.
because that did well.
Worked for him. And I will be the Two-Face to your Joker.
Okay,
Which is either a really nice thing to say or I'm going to stab you in the back. Don't remember.
we'll see.
You'll never know.
Continue this mail.
I said that. Best year for music comes from worst year for everything else. Okay, bye.
Now, you know what this means?
What does this mean? 2024, best year for music?
It also means art is pain.
Oh my God.
All I'm saying is that I think me and this person me and Liam are on the same page here.
Liam is a bear.
So, and
Goose is a cat.
yeah, no, you're just naming things that are
And
things.
Louie is a dog.
So what? You think they have less rights because they're animals?
Nah, I just think they don't get it.
I think that they get. Shut up, okay? let me say this.
Okay,
Actually,
but just to play devil's advocate.
oh, fucking, this is back.
What if I didn't shut up?
I thought we
Yeah,
left
but
this
you didn't think
behind
about
at the
that.
intro.
No,
God damn it.
I've been sitting on it the whole time.
Now, I think there's actually something to be said here for when people, especially in like 2020 when it was the worst, when, you know, we saw a mass amount of content media come out from the pandemic because people were stuck in their homes.
Oh, sure.
But also, people write a lot when they have things to talk about.
Yep.
And nothing gets anyone more talkative than when bad things are happening.
Yep.
So, art is pain. When we have bad things happen, good art comes out. 2016, 4 years later, 2020, 4 years later, 2024, I think,
To pimp a Trump effect.
to pimp a Trump effect, it's happening every 4 years in line with the presidential election of the US. But I think that's, I don't know.
2020 made ABBA so sad that they released their first album in 40 years.
But that came out in 2021, so it
Well,
wasn't very
sure,
good.
but I have a visceral memory of being locked down in a house of too many people in too few rooms and like trying to just find like 35 minutes just by myself to properly listen to it.
And how good was the album?
It was really good.
Oh.
What I'm saying is 2020 went for like 2 years.
Sure. But I think it still stands that every 4 years maybe is the time when great music comes out.
But that doesn't fit because then 2023 is not the best year for music, which is what
Yeah, but
Liam
any
just
year
said.
can be the great year, the best
So
year for music.
then it's not every 4 years, it's any year. Pick one. Pick a fucking lane.
I'll come back to you on it, but my new
Okay.
stance is art is pain and pain is art.
And every 4 years is pain, and art is every 4 years.
And we should be looking forward to the rest of this year and 2028.
2028 seems far away.
Yeah, but so did 2024.
Well, I can't wait for the best piece of art to come out of this year, Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, well, unless it doesn't come out.
Unless it doesn't come out.
Because hot news, Disney might be buying the Spider-Man rights.
Stop. I will pay you $10 billion to not release that movie.
We'll consider it. I'm Amy Pascal or
Avi Arad?
Avi Arad.
Or whoever's in charge.
Whoever's got their hands around that weird orb. That's, you know, that photo of the weird orb?
Oh,
with,
the weird
with
orb.
Trump and the other media person?
Oh, Ike Perlmutter?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's a different photo.
Oh, who's Ike Perlmutter? Is Ike not Sony? Who's Ike?
No, Ike's... I don't remember anymore.
Doesn't matter. They're all evil and conspiring to make bad movies. But yeah, Disney might be trying to buy back the Spider-Man rights before Kraven the Hunter, especially after Madam Web, because they're like, they're making us look bad. But I think Marvel, you're making yourself look
Everyone's
bad.
making everyone else and themselves look bad.
At least the scum are making movies,
Yeah, you guys are only doing one this year.
right? Same with DC. They cancelled a bunch. They scrapped Batgirl, whatever. At
And
least they're
Scum are
stuff.
doing 2 new movies that are not sequels.
Yeah.
And also Venom 3.
And also Venom
But
3.
don't think about that one too hard.
No, don't worry about it. Anyways, thanks Liam for the mail. That was good.
Great mail.
All right. Thank you, everyone, to listening to another episode of Stinishedit. Thanks for joining us again. If you want to send in your own mail, you can email us, stinishedit@gmail.com, or you can give us some physical mail, but you have to write stinishedit@gmail.com on the front of it. I guess hand it to us if you know us. If you know our address somehow, you can actually physically mail it to us. We're not going to provide you any information as to how to get in touch with us physically if you don't already know us.
Just play devil's advocate.
Okay.
If you don't write the name on it, we'll burn it.
Oh, yeah. No,
We won't read it, just to be clear. This is not a joke.
we have...
I'm playing devil's advocate, but I'm deadly serious.
We have a very specific set of rules here. It's finished it. If you enjoyed the podcast, you can rate us 5 stars on your podcast app of choice. If you give us a 5-star and write a little review, we can read it out on the podcast. Listen every week. Do it.
Listen every week.
No, I
Baba
was
Ganoush.
going to say, tell a friend about the podcast. That's how we've gotten more and more people listening to this. It's just people telling their friends and saying, hey, here's a dumb podcast. It's fucking ridiculous. You watch Madam Web and you had a great laugh watching that and thinking about how bad it was.
Have more laughs thinking about how bad it was.
Boy, do I have a podcast for you. Listen to these fuckers talk for an hour. It's great enjoyment. Also, we're on Instagram and TikTok. Stinishedit at before this. We're on
Search the name of the podcast on the thing, you'll find us.
Thank you. Jeez, I'm sweltering here. I'm starting to fall apart.
Boiling.
And lastly, thank you, Hetty Moysey, for our lovely, lovely podcast art. And that's it for this episode. We'll see you next week. But in the meantime,
'tis I, Clayface.
Fucking hell, this guy. Fucking.